She don't care what they have to say about her. But I know it hasn't always been.
So who's the volunteer participant that you worked with?
It's a girl called Amy Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's same age as me, and
Yep.
she has just come out to last year, I think. So it's all pretty new for her, and she's just got a girlfriend for the first time and stuff. So it was really interesting to meet her as well, because I've got quite a few gay friends as well. So interesting to see someone come out so late in life and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, great. So how would you best describe the piece that you're going to be performing tonight?
I tried to make it as positive as possible. I usually write, I wouldn't say negative style of music, but I tend to have sort of a darker style of music, so I tried to keep it really positive because that's how she projected herself to me.
Yep.
And yeah, I just wanted to keep it as uplifting as possible, also trying to capture everything that she's gone through in the last years.
Yeah. You mentioned that it's a lot different for you to be writing for someone else and about someone else rather than for yourself.
Yeah.
What was the most challenging thing about this, do you think?
Well, that was just it. I didn't know Amy at all until this project. We had a couple of hour meetings and tried to get to know her as best as possible, but probably not the sort of person that I would normally hang out with. So found it pretty challenging to actually write a song about a person who I wasn't emotionally connected to, because that's normally what I do. So, but in a way that was also a good thing, to challenge myself that way. So,
absolutely. Yeah. I guess it's broadening your own sort of creative processes and things like that as well.
You never get anywhere if you don't keep pushing yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
Excellent. So I guess that's probably answers my next question, which is, what is the most rewarding part of this experience for you?
Definitely. Yeah, it's definitely been a big eye opener for me in terms of my songwriting ability, and
What made you keen to be involved in telling your story?
Okay, because I haven't been out for very long, only probably less than a year now, so I thought it would be good to come out sort of publicly and be I'm not scared anymore. And
down inside now, she's no longer afraid, no longer on hold.
How did you find this process of telling your story to an artist and having them take on board your life?
Oh, it was a little bit scary because my life has been very dark and depressing, but I'm not at that point anymore, so I wanted the song to sort of say what my life was like, but I still wanted it to be a positive song because now my life is positive. So I was hoping that she would touch on the past, but now it's a positive, so I was hoping that she could translate that.
Great. Well, you haven't actually heard the song yet, so time will tell. But Courtney was mentioning the same sorts of things.
Yes.
This is the positive part of your life, and it's going to be
because
upbeat.
I'm positive now. I'm not dark and depressed anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool. So what is the most rewarding part of being part of this project?
Meeting new people. Meeting other musicians and seeing their creativeness, collaborating, just seeing, because you can tell if someone's talented if they can, write for someone else rather than writing from themselves. It's a true testament to their musicianship if they can do that, I think.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how all the musicians go, not necessarily the song for me, but all of them.
Yeah.
She would never have dared. No, she lives in love. She is no longer scared. She is no longer scared. She is no longer scared. 'Cause there's no more running. There's no more running. There's no more
participant. Can you tell me a little bit about
sure.
that?
Her name is Claire Gurry, and she's an amazing woman. Yeah, her kind of coming out story was really, really fascinating. She waited till a bit later in life to do the whole coming out thing, and it happened after a near-death experience, which I thought was really amazing. Yeah. So the emotion around her coming out was quite powerful, and I felt quite honoured to be part of hearing her story and then kind of translating that into song.
What do you think the most rewarding part of this process has been for you then?
Well, there's a couple of things. A is, telling Claire's story, which I think is amazing and probably quite inspiring to people who are in similar situations. The second thing is to change the way that I normally work and kind of learn some new skills in songwriting around a really real issue and a really real story, which I found really, really excellent. And a little confronting at times, like the language and vocabulary that you have is limited to convey a whole life's worth of emotion and a big decision that someone's had to make. So I found that a real challenge. But I hope she's happy with the end result. But she seems, she has.
Okay.
She's actually singing with me in the song.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Now for 30 long years she lived somebody else's dream, with a secret buried deep in her heart.
So how would you describe the song that you're performing?
It's kind of a montage of images that tell the story about how Claire was. So she did what was expected of her. She got married and had children. She had a great family, but she got run off the road and nearly died in a car accident. And it was when she was in hospital she was kind of thinking about her life and the totality of everything, and suddenly discovered that she couldn't live the lie anymore and that she had to be brave and be courageous. So the song kind of tells that story throughout and uses metaphors about that kind of thing. And the final verse, we were sitting in her backyard and she lives next door to a church, and they were singing harmonies as she was telling me this story, and it was really quite lovely. So I've tried to kind of work a bit about the actual meeting and greeting process as well in the story, about where she is right now. So yeah, hopefully that is conveyed in the song.
Yeah, excellent.
She misses her turn to the light.
Why did you become a part of this project?
I think it's really important when you're part of particularly a smaller community, to, I don't know, just be involved, to get involved, and it's a good way to meet people and to learn things with other people and to feel supported. And I just think this is a really great project because it involves lots of different songwriters and also lots of really committed individuals who are just pretty brave people, really, getting up and having a go. So maybe some of them for the first time ever being interviewed in public. I also like the idea of this project because it's ongoing and it's like paying it forward.
Yeah.
People before helped me and now it's my turn. So I think that's really important.
How did you find the process of collaborating with an artist and telling them your story? Did you find it a bit confronting, or?
Emily came to my own house, and that was really nice to be able to invite someone to my own place and show them around and talk about stuff, and we found things in common and we found singing in common, so we even sang a few songs together just for harmony, just to muck around, and she's written one of those lines into the song that she wrote.
Cool.
Yeah, so I don't know, I just really enjoyed the process, but you're right, it is a little bit daunting to spill your guts, really.
Yeah.
But she was easy to talk with.
I